Welcome to the video demo of the AddTask Team Builder, one of the new features of AddTask Release 7. The purpose of the Team Builder is to help project managers allocate users on project teams. This is done using the AddTask scheduling engine as well as matchmaking logic, which can determine which user would be the best fit to complete individual tasks. The Team Builder is divided up into two major sections, one which shows the project for which the team is to be created, as well as a rundown of the project tasks in a few different views. The second area is the list of users for consideration on the project team. I'm on the Group tab, which means I'm viewing the list of users which belong to the same group as the group to which my project, Team Builder 2008, is assigned. I can see the roles of these users as well as their work schedule over the next month or so, which is corresponding to the period of time when this project is supposed to be taking place. When I select a task in the Team Builder, what happens is the matchmaker goes to work and attempts to find users which would be a good fit for this task based on a few different sets of criteria. One is the job role that the user has on their user profile. Another is the team job role that that user might be performing if they're already on the team. And finally, the schedule of that user and other tasks which that user may already be obligated to fulfill. In this example, I can see three different matches, so I'm going to go ahead and drag pre-release mockup to my first match, Kurt Bester. I can see that Kurt did have another assignment out in this area, but that he's able to perform the task pre-release mockup without causing any overtime. And one can also see that the system has added him to the project, which indicated by this checkbox, and it has added him as a designer on the project because that is his primary job role. On the bottom section, I can see that Kurt's name has replaced the word designer for this task, so he has fulfilled that obligation. I can go down through the rest of these tasks and make assignments quite simply. I'm just dragging them up to the user. But it also works the other way. If I select a user, like Annabelle Pete, for example, it's going to give me a list of tasks that she can perform based on her schedule and, again, based on her job role. So if I want to grab both of these tasks at the same time, I can drag those up to her and assign both of them to her. And we can see that that was done without causing any overtime for her either. Occasionally you'll click on a task and it will highlight yellow instead of highlighting green. What this means is that the system wasn't able to find a good match for that task based on the list of users you're currently considering. I'll have to go over to the All tab and view all of the users in the AddTask database. Hopefully I'll be able to find a match then. Sure enough, it highlighted green, which means somewhere in this list is a user which can perform that task. Looks like Rutherford Franklin can, so I'm going to go ahead and assign him to my project. As I'm going through this process, the Work Remaining tab is going to continue to empty out. And what's happening here is Work Remaining is displaying the amount of hours for each task that has yet to be assigned to a specific user. So in this case, for example, Product Review requires 32 hours of work during the week of February the 10th, and I need a project manager to fill that role. I have a couple of options here, so I'll just assign this one out to Holly Ringwald. And it looks like this task is looking for an engineer. So if I select this, I should see some engineers highlighted. Sure enough, so I'm going to go ahead and assign this to Hans Anders. And now my work remaining is empty, and I can see here on my information column that I have icons indicating that each one of these tasks is assigned to a specific user. The Team Builder also includes some additional features to make it easier to deal with large numbers of users. For example, it has a robust filtering framework which allows you to search on any number, or filter, on any number of different categories. So for example, if I wanted to look for all of the users who had the job role of consultant, I could type that in and easily see that list. I can do the same kind of filtering to the project. For example, if I wanted to see all of the tasks that are assigned to Annabelle Pete, I can type her name in and it's going to show them both. If I wanted to see Annabelle on the top, that might be useful because then I could see if she was assigned to tasks on any other projects. I'm going to go ahead and type her name in. And it looks like she is assigned to a task on another project that requires some time during the end of January and the beginning of February, but since it doesn't cause any overtime for her, she should be able to perform her tasks on that project as well as on my project. If I go back and look at the team list, I can see that I've got a team of 6 users built out, each one with team user roles, and each one assigned to tasks which they will be able to complete without causing any overages in their current schedule.